Welcome back to RuralVacantLand.com. This is Luke Smith, and I've got another property for you. This one is in southern Navajo County of northern Arizona, just north of the White Mountains, in the foothills of the White Mountains. I've had numerous people asking for this area because it's not that far from Phoenix. It's moderate weather. It's not too hot. It's not too cold. There's some bushes in the area that break up the view from any neighbors or anybody that might be around. It's not that far away um, from Walmart, grocery stores, gas stations, supplies, that kind of stuff. Even Home Depot's not that far away. So let's jump into it. Let's take a look at this property. I'm asking $139 a month for 36 months. It's about 3.5 acres. I just made this map a couple minutes ago. I just put it together. So there's a little dirt road that comes down the western side of it. If you zoom out a bit, these roads actually have names. If I go on a map, you can do this too. Ridgeview, Aztec Road, but so that's the road that goes down to the side of the property. And if you follow these roads, I mean, they go out around, up and around, a bunch of little roads in the area, and eventually get to Taylor. So Taylor's like the closest major supplies of the area. There's a general store down here. Down here, Sholo, Pine Top, Lakeside's like Home Depot and bigger box stores, a lot more supplies just down to the south a little bit. If you go north ways, you get up to, I mean, it gets away, the water table gets deeper as you go north, and supplies get further and farther between. Eventually you get up to Petrified National Forest. I think it's more exciting to go south and go up into the mountains where there's fishing in the streams and lakes, and there's nice trees to go explore in, walk the dog, and that kind of stuff. But as you get down here, it opens up and it gets nicer climate than up where the trees are. Warmer winters. It's a great time to get out of the Midwest. I'm from northern Michigan, and I used to shovel snow for Halloween. It was like time to get out of there. So this is time to run south, and you're not gonna have to worry about the snow. So it's a nice, easy place to get clear blue skies all winter long. You can drive up in your RV and move in. They want you to build a septic system if you're there for more than 2.5 months in a row, and but they've also got rules on the county website about composting toilets. So if you do a composting toilet here, they want you to get rid of the sink water. They want you to get rid of the water that comes out of the sink that might have chunks or grease and stuff in it, and get that, instead of dumping that into the yard like you can do with your shower or the sink you wash your hands, and that kind of stuff can go to the plants and bushes and trees of the area. You can use that as gray water. Also laundry, you can run the laundry as gray water too and feed the plants. But the stuff that comes out of your sink, they want you to put that underground. So the new regulations want you to put that 5 foot underground. So if you can dig a hole and run your pipe underground, you don't have to have a septic system or anything. That water can just as long as it gets underground, doesn't make a place for bugs and rats and stuff like that, you're good to go. And then with the sewage, I mean, you could put that into a composting toilet. Do numerous different kinds of composting toilets. You don't have to jump over the hurdle of building a septic system here with those regulations. There's a couple rocks across the street, it looks like. Looks like this road's kind of weaving around that. So if you go down to this bend, right at the bend, and go off to the east, looks like there's a little bit of rock formation on the property down here too, so it's got a little bit of character. Maybe you can use some of those rocks to build with. Some more rocks on the neighbors' properties. I don't know if they'd mind. Well, a couple rocks over here, so maybe you get some good looking rock features on the property. This one's got a little more character than some of the others in the area. But there's a road, so you can drive up to it and maybe take out a bush or two, or drive between a bush or two and get your RV in there and go for it. Or build a house, or build a cabin, or build a whatever you want to build. Pretty easy area to go for it. Please check with the county regulations. Don't just take my word for it. I mean, just do your own research. Check with the county. Check with the rules and regulations of what you can and can't use it here. Use what you can and can't do here. But I mean, if you look at the neighbor looks like they got some RVs, maybe a mobile garage, barn thing. They probably just start adding on buildings as they went. They're doing it right up into the rocks. That's probably some of the neatest looking area. Or maybe that's the ridge and they're hiding up behind the ridge. So maybe we should jump this into some 3D and see what we can find. So all these maps are on the website. The link's down below to get to the website and play with these maps on your own. I'm just holding down the control button and start spinning around, see if I can get 3D to work. Not sure if that's a downhill or an uphill or I think it's a drop off. Yeah, okay, so the rocks over here, they're perched up at the top of the hill going for a view. And so it looks like you're going to have some of that same action on this property. So the road comes down here and goes down and around. So these rocks are the edge. So it looks like this property's on the edge. You could be at the top of the hill looking down, looking off over the edge. So you probably get some view off. Let's see if we can see what the view would look like. Let's see if I can move this around. Okay, so if you drove south down the road and got there just at the end of the road before it drops off down the hill and go perch your RV up on this hill, you'd be looking south, and some of these black hills off to the south. You'd really have to go there to take a look. This isn't a very good representation of it. Just all the satellite generated stuff. But yeah, there's definitely a hill there. So you could be at the hill just before it drops off. So it drops off just at the edge of the property. Looks like a nice hill to the side of it. Be fun to build at the top of the hill and look off over the edge. I think you really got to go there and just take a look, see for sure. So there you go. That's 3.5 acres. And I'll zoom out some. I'll show you where we're at in the world. Okay, so the property's right here. This is Taylor, this is Snowflake. Let me get a map. So the property's right here. Northern Arizona, it's south of Interstate 40. 40 comes through Barstow, Los Angeles. You could take the 15 up the hill, go to Barstow and take the 40 over to it. Or if you're coming from Albuquerque or Amarillo, would be over here. Or if you're coming from Phoenix, you go up and around. You probably jump over the mountain, some of the smaller roads to get there. And that's where the property's at. If you're coming from the Midwest like me, I mean, I came from up here, but that's it's a 2 days, full-on 2 days drive, maybe even 3 days drive, depending on how slow you go or how fast you go. But yeah, you get out of the winters, come out of Minnesota, come out of the Northeast. All this stuff up here is going to be. This whole half the country is going to be way colder than down here. This is going to be big blue skies. So if you're coming from over here, it's gray, 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 and you want blue, 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 this is it. This is where you can go. And I'm only asking $139 a month. That's the first payment's $139. The last payment's $139. 36 months is 3 years of payments. It's $136. You can put it on a credit card, debit card. You can fill out all the information online. You can buy it in the middle of the night. You could buy it while you're driving across the country, or you could buy it when you're standing on the property. Whatever you want to do. I'll do the paperwork to get it into your name after it's all paid off. There's the property for you. Luke Smith, ruralvacantland.com. Bringing you another easy, cheap land in Navajo County, Arizona. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Talk to you guys again soon.